What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lewis. So back again for another video, man. Today I got a video uploaded by Pitch Meeting. This is another Pitch Meeting video done by Ryan George. Of course, we have Morbius Pitch Meeting. Spoilers ahead. Alright, let's off the rip. I'm gonna say it, restate it again. I did not hate Morbius. I didn't think it was bad either. I just thought it was okay. I didn't think it was good. I didn't think it was great. I didn't think it was amazing, spectacular. I also didn't think it was terrible. I didn't think it was the worst superhero film ever made. No. I simply thought it was okay. I enjoyed it for the most part. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like nowadays, and I was just talking about this earlier with someone, like, I feel like because of the league and the caliber of movies we have nowadays, like you know, we have the Spider-Man No Way Homes and the Batman by Matt Reeves, you know what I'm saying, the Avengers Endgame and all these different films that, at least MCU, not MCU, but superhero films that have come out that kind of have this bit of a more to them, like whether it's based off something like developing a universe and then connecting things in that universe, or whether it's about changing the perspective of how a typical superhero film would go, with like Christopher Nolan's the Batman trilogy, and then the Batman Matt Reeves kind of spinning that with the whole more so changing how superhero films have been in the last couple years, 3 or 2 years now, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we've gotten such high caliber films when it comes to the superhero department that when a film kind of comes by, it's like it doesn't tickle your fancy. It's like, what's new, you know what I'm saying? It's like there's nothing interesting to really grab and or pull from it because it doesn't reach the same standards and or the same level by which a lot of those other films are playing on, you know what I'm saying? And then also my thing personally is like, I didn't necessarily have like the highest expectations for this film. I'm a fan of Morbius. Like, I like the character. I think the character is really cool. And I thought the trailers, I was like, oh man, this looks like it's gonna be dope. But I never had like super high expectations, mainly due to the fact that, partially due to the fact that, one, it is a Sony film, and so Sony's track record isn't the best. I personally think most of their films are enjoyable. I like Venom 1. I like Venom Let There Be Carnage. Venom 1 is definitely the superior film. I can also acknowledge that it's not like the super great film or nothing like that. It's just an overall good experience, good fun, but nothing too serious, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I looked at Morbius. Maybe just slightly less because it was more of an unexplored character, so I didn't know where they're going to take it. But anyways, enough rambling. I thought the film was okay. Let's check this out by Ryan George because he's about to absolutely probably destroy it. Let's go. Oh, before I get into it, y'all let me know down below in the comments, how's your day? Hopefully it's pretty good, but if it wasn't, hopefully this makes it just a little bit better. Let's get it, man. Let's go.
So, you have a movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. So I was thinking we keep making our way down the list of Marvel characters Sony can still use. Oh, hell
right.
Yeah. We're basically in the MCU now, did you know? Yeah, I mean, everybody in this building keeps telling me.
And I'm gonna be honest, I just pre-ordered the movie. Apparently, they already have, like, pre-orders available. I actually pre-ordered the Morbius film. So, like I said, I didn't hate it. I thought it was just okay. You know what I'm saying? And I got a 4K Ultra HD version. So, you know, that's a little bit more pricier, but you know what I'm saying? Partially due to the fact I'm also trying to collect all the Sony films because they don't directly go to like Disney Plus or nothing, but you know what I'm saying?
That with big smiles on their faces, but with one eye twitching for some reason. We're pretty much a part of Marvel Studios. Did you know that? Yeah, all right, sir. So I was thinking we make a movie about Morbius.
That end credit scene, though?
Let's get some Spider-Man involved in here.
Actually,
he doesn't have much to do with the script I've written here, but we're allowed to do it, so let's do it. Let's put like a Spider-Man poster in the background or something. People are gonna go nuts. Okay. And then we put that in the trailer, but it's not gonna make sense in the movie. Well, we don't have to put it in the movie as long as it's in the trailer.
Yeah, they did do that.
It feels like false advertising. Yeah, let's do some of that. That sounds great. Well, okay then. So this guy, Dr. Michael
From what I hear, it actually was like, I've heard a lot of people talk about this whole like removal of Spider-Man from the film and a removal of a couple different things. From what I gathered, because one, this movie was pushed back like 2 years or so. Like, it kept getting pushed back. It was supposed to be released like 2 years ago. Anyways, so from what I hear, after the success of No Way Home and how that film went, there was massive, apparently pretty big reshoots for this film and how it was going to play out. And so that's the reasoning as to why it feels so choppy. And a lot of stuff was taken out, including the whole Spider-Man poster and the inclusion of Adrian Toomes, the Vulture, in the film, because he was supposed to play not a pivotal, but a pretty substantial kind of part in the film. You know what I'm saying? In which if you saw the film, I'm assuming you have, spoilers, but he's only in the end credits. You know what I'm saying? So it's like quite a bit was removed. And I would actually consider, like, if they released like a director's cut, you know what I'm saying, like an old initial like director's cut of what this film was going to be like pre No Way Home, I would watch it. You know what I'm saying? I would watch it and give an honest review and see how I feel about it and see if it honestly makes the film better, which I think potentially it could. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Sony now, especially with the way their films are always under 2 hours, you know what I'm saying? It's like they're trying so hard to like get to the base of the story, so get to the down like basic part of the story so that they can throw them into the Spider-Man universe and just be like, okay, now we got a new character, blah, blah, blah. Here's a little bit of this, here's a little bit of that. He's got powers, woo, you know what I'm saying? Bam. Now we can put him in Spider-Man. Like, I feel like the ultimate end goal with all these characters is like just to get them fighting Spider-Man, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's in a lot of ways, that's where they're going wrong with some of these films. I think tell a good story, but I mean, then again, it's Sony. I'm not expecting too much, I guess. I'm just talking.
Morbius has this rare blood disorder, and he's gonna die, probably. Uh-oh. But then he develops a potential cure by combining human DNA and vampire bat DNA. Oh, it sounds superpower origin-y. It is, but then he tests this thing on himself
like
on a
lizard.
ship in international waters and turns himself into a vampire. Oh. Yeah, so now instead of being all sick and thin, he's jacked and muscular, you know, like a bat. That's not really what bats are known for, but I'm glad you're excited. Dude's freaking shredded now. He's got like a six-pack, looks like a Calvin Klein underwear model. You know, like a bat. Okay, cool. What kind of bats you been looking at, though? So when Morbius turns into a vampire, he's gonna kill a bunch of mercenaries on this boat. Just tear them to shreds. There's gonna be blood everywhere. PG-13. There's gonna be blood sound effects everywhere.
Yeah,
so
I was
Morbius
noticing.
starts to, like, figure out his powers.
Although that one scene where he like first sliced the guy and the camera kind of got a little dirty, like there was like splats. I like that. That was kind of cool.
He's got like bat sonar. He's very strong. His nose goes upwards. Super powered upward noses are
like
tight.
Voldemort.
But he's got to drink blood every 6 hours, or he's gonna get sick again and lose his bat six-pack. Oh no! So he's got to keep killing people. Well, no, because we want Morbius to be a good guy. So he's drinking this synthetic blood he developed. Oh, okay, great. But he can feel that that's not gonna sustain him forever. Sooner or later, he's gonna need the real thing. He's gonna be like, "You won't like me when I'm hungry." That's kind of like the line from the other thing. It sure is, sir, kinda. Wow. So anyway, Morbius also has this childhood friend Milo who has the same blood disorder, and he wants to take the cure too. Oh yeah, understandable. But Morbius is like, no, this is a curse, so you die, and I'll figure this out, okay? Kinda rude. And also, there's this sick little girl that Morbius is taking care of. At a certain point, he's gonna have to put her into a coma. Oh, no, is she gonna be okay? I don't know.
Unclear.
You know, no, he puts her in a coma, and we never come back to that storyline. Oh, okay, well. I hope she pulls through. Me too. So eventually Milo does take the injection.
Like I said, man, I'm not saying it's a good movie or it's without flaws, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying not to think too hard, you know? It's just an okay.
And he frames Morbius for a vampire murder of a nurse. Oh, why is he an evil vampire? Because the movie needs a bad guy now. That makes sense. So Morbius gets chased by the police and these FBI guys, and he flies up on top of a roof. Very exciting. And then once he's up there, one of the FBI guys pulls a gun and is like, enough! How'd the FBI guy get up there so fast? Unclear. Oh, okay. So Morbius ends up breaking out of jail, and now he's on the run. Thrilling. And at a certain point, his assistant / love interest, because they're both attractive, is being followed by the FBI. Uh-oh. And she manages to lose them and gets on a bus, and Morbius is already on that bus. How did he know she was going to get on that bus and get on it before her? I don't know. Fair enough. But he's got no choice but to talk to her all secret, like, you know, he's a wanted man. Of course. So anyway, they go sit in a coffee shop and have a little chat. But I thought you just said they needed to be, like, incognito. Oh, yeah, sir, that was in the bus scene. This is a different scene now,
I thought about that. I'm not even going to lie. I thought about that. Like, he was just, like, I think he had his hoodie down, too. Like, he was wearing, like, a hoodie, and he had it down. I'm like, he was just chilling at the coffee shop right in front of a window. I'm like, man, wouldn't you kind of, like, you need to be, like, I don't know, covering yourself or something? But, yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. And then Morbius overhears some bad guys talking about this lab they run, so he goes and hijacks it from them. Oh, you know what? He should scare one of the guys and be like, I'm Venom. Right, okay, that doesn't really make sense.
So
but we're
we'll add
allowed
it in
to
there.
do that. We should do that. It's just, even if this is in the same universe, we've never made it seem like the average citizen knows the name Venom. But that's an interconnected thing that we can do. And
that's a good point,
in the trailer. All right, anyway, so then
we were
Morbius uses
putting
this
it in
lab
the
to create a new injection, and he's like, to bats, this is lethal. To humans, it's deadly. Those are synonyms. Yeah, and so his plan is to kill Milo and then himself. Oh, himself? Yeah, he thinks it's his responsibility because he's turning into a vampire, you know? He's gonna have to kill people eventually. Wow, very selfless, you know? That's a good sacrifice. So then there's gonna be this big fight between Milo and Morbius. And then what's gonna happen? Oh, a whole bunch of stuff. I'm almost sure of it. It's gonna be pretty impossible to see, but they're gonna start on a roof and end up in a sewer. Oh, nice. And now Morbius has to find a way to kill this guy.
To see.
Is that gonna be hard to do?
I can
Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
That's one of my biggest gripes, though. They did fight, I think, maybe, I want to say at least 2 times, right? Including the final fight, and then the first time he discovered, like, Milo having the abilities. I want to say they fought at least 2 times, right? And the second fight was pretty long, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But the last climactic, like, battle, the final fight or whatever, it was a little anticlimactic for me because he does a really cool move, like with the bats. He like gets them, he's like throwing the bats. I'm like, okay, cool, you know what I'm saying? And then he finally gets them pinned down, and then like he puts the thing in him. He stabs him with the cure or whatever, or the thing that's whatever is deadly, and then that's it. Like Milo says like 1 or 2 lines, and that's it. I was like, what? I was expecting either to the scene before we got to the bats for that to be a little bit longer, like the fight in the subway to be between him and Milo. I was expecting that to maybe be a little bit longer. Although it was really cool because it was also like they were moving, like traveling like vast distances while fighting, but it was also a little like, all right, how do you make this a little bit more interesting? They're fighting because visually it looked cool, but what they were doing wasn't necessarily all that cool in a way, but it just looked good, you know what I'm saying? So it's very interesting. It's I don't know how to really go about putting it. Then again, I don't know, because I wanted the fight to be a little bit longer, but what they were doing wasn't all that super cool. Maybe if they used the environment more and like I don't know. I don't even know now. It's like it's just so it's kind of weird. But anyways, yeah, that's like my only thing. I was like, I wished a little bit more had happened before he'd done the whole bat thing. Like the bat thing was cool. I thought it was really cool how he called all the bats and stuff. But I wish there was a little bit more before that. So I feel like, okay, like this is the final battle and like he's earned. You know what I'm saying? But he was getting his ass kicked too, so I guess, I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, see, he does like a Dragon Ball Z move and shoots a bunch of bats at Milo and then injects them with the thing. He can do that? Yeah, see, because of the gene-slicing bat-human DNA injection, the bats see Morbius as a brother. Didn't Milo inject himself with the same thing? He did. Okay. So yeah, that worked out great. And so then Morbius injects himself. Well, why would he inject himself? That would kill him. Well, because of that thing where he said it's his responsibility because he's gonna drink human blood. Oh, yeah, no, sir, that's from a previous scene. You keep referencing things characters did or said earlier in the movie. You don't
gotta
have to
forget
do
about
that.
it, man.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, pretty much every scene is a clean slate here. Oh, also his assistant, she's a vampire now, because why not? Yeah, why not? And so
in the
that's
comics,
about it. What do you think? Well, it sounds like a good time, but needs more Spider-Man references for sure. Well, okay. I'll tell you what, we can use that Doctor Strange spell from No Way Home as an excuse to get Vulture in this thing. Vulture? Yeah, we can just have him kind of pop up in a jail cell and be like, I hope the food's better in this joint. That's not really how Doctor Strange's spell works. Then they can just let him out of jail because he hasn't done anything wrong in this universe, technically. Right. So then he can fly in with his Vulture suit and meet up with Morbius. How does he have a Vulture suit in this universe? And he can be like, not sure how I got here. Has something to do with Spider-Man, I think.
I've seen a couple of different channels kind of break that down. And like I said, I generally, I think I get what Sony's going at, but the execution was pretty bad. It was really bad. Like, I know, bro.
I think that suit was made with alien tech from the first Avengers movie, so he doesn't have access. Then he could be like, I'm still figuring this place out, but
like
I think
so bad the director of the film had to, like, you know what I'm saying, do like a little Q&A. Apparently he did it before the film came out or right around the premiere or something, but he did a Q&A like answering like certain questions about the film and like how certain things happen. Like, what director does that? Like, at least this early on when the film was just being released. Like, it only came out like what, 2 weeks ago or a week ago? Like, no, was it last week? It was last week, I think. So it's like, okay.
the guys like us should team up and do some good. And then Morbius can be like, intriguing.
Yeah.
Okay, none of that really makes sense at all. Doesn't matter. Now we can put Vulture in the trailer. It's all connected. We're part of Marvel Studios. You want me to spruce up any of that dialogue? No, not even worth the effort. All right, amazing. So who should we get to play Morbius? Well, tell you what, I hear Jared Leto's looking for a new superhero project to kind of redeem himself after Suicide Squad. Oh, well, this sounds like the perfect project for that.
Oh, man.
Hi, everybody.
Like I said, I didn't think it was a bad film. I just thought it was okay. I feel like people are kind of taking it out of proportion because here's the thing. Bad films can be good. Good films can be okay, or good films can be great. You know what I'm saying? It's like, at the end of the day, we all have our own opinions and thoughts towards things, right? For example, I generally, the Ben Affleck Daredevil film is regarded as a horrible film. I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely I think it's a good film. I enjoyed it. Now I can acknowledge like certain aspects of it that make it bad, and also due to the fact that it is an older film, so a certain bit of like a little bit of campy slash what is it, come out like early 2000s type of feel to it. So it's like certain jokes and things and shots and the way things are done and even music used. It's like it kind of feels old, but at the end of the day, it's like at the time it was more like, it was more acceptable, and now it's just how movies were kind of at the time. It was also thanks to like movies like The Matrix that kind of influenced certain way things are shot and done, and the inclusion of music and fight scenes, you know. And so a lot of aspects I actually really do like and enjoy that film, but I can generally accept that a lot of people don't. The first Ghost Rider film, I actually like and enjoy that film. I can acknowledge a lot of people don't. Most people don't even talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The first the two Fantastic Four films, most people generally dislike and don't really care for those films. I actually really do like and enjoy those films. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I have no problem liking films that most people dislike. Venom, Let There Be Carnage. Now I thought it was okay, kind of like Morbius. Honestly, I that's a good one. Do I like Morbius or Venom, Let There Be Carnage more? That's actually a pretty good one, because the only reason Venom would potentially win is because of how we already have a little bit established with Eddie and Venom in the first one, so we're building off of that a little bit more in the second one. But if it weren't for that, I think it's about even, if not maybe Morbius beats it in a way, if it weren't for me already knowing the characters even outside of the film. Anyways though, yeah, I thought it was okay. Y'all let me know, feel free, because a lot of you probably absolutely hate and think it's horrible and terrible, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe some of you like me just kind of thought it was meh, you know? It wasn't the worst thing I've ever seen, but it was just okay, you know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know what your thoughts are. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitch, follow me on YouTube, you know, also follow me on Instagram, @LeeRSS. So same YouTube channel. That being said, peace.